Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And one thing that I can say about Black American men, no matter how much we criticize them, no matter how much fault we find in them, there are good Black American men in this country who are always going to stand in for Black women and speak up for Black women. And that is what I love about being Black, because when push comes to shove, a Black man somewhere is going to speak up for Black women. So I came across this video by Motivation Jason, and he's talking about the passport bros. Not a Black woman, a Black man. I want to make that clear, because a lot of times when Black men call out things about Black men, these content creators, these manosphere types will blame it on Black women when really it was a Black man that called them out. But they don't like to confront Black men because, they can go south very quickly. So they stick with criticizing Black women. But this Black man had something to say about those passport bros, and I thought I would share it because I found it somewhat amusing, but it's very telling. It's very telling about people who always think that the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, or somebody else somewhere else in the world is always better, and they're spending money going all over the world looking for women that they think are better than the women in their own ethnic group. And so sometimes it might work out for them, but sometimes it doesn't. And this was one of those cases where it didn't work out. And the man ends up looking like, like he lost. That's what it looks like. He lost. But anyway, here it is.
So let me get this straight, passport bro. You went overseas to Kenya, got a woman pregnant, married her, then brought her back to the U.S., more than likely on some old savior complex, because more than likely you wanted her to feel forever indebted to you because you saved her, and this is what she did, only for her to leave you to be with a man that she really wants to be with.
Well, apparently this passport bro didn't get the memo, because they tell you, even the passport bros say, if you meet a good woman in another place, you need to stay there with her, because if she comes to the United States, she's going to take on the mannerisms of the women in the United States. I would modify that statement a little bit. She's not taking on the mannerisms of the women in the United States. She is just being herself. She is using you to get to the United States so she can get with her community of people, her people from her homeland that are in the United States. People from all over the world are trying to get to the United States. We might complain about it, but they see it as a paradise. And they're trying to get here, and they will get here by any means necessary. So they're just using these type of men as suckers. But anyway, let's let Motivation Jason continue.
I don't feel bad for you, not one bit. I don't feel bad for you, not the slightest, not a fiber of hair on my body feel bad for you. Men like you try to make women in the U.S. and the States feel like they're just the scum of the earth. And a lot of y'all men go over there, be on this type of energy, only to bring a woman back for her to do you just like this. A lot of y'all men don't go over there to marry those women anyway. A lot of y'all men go over there to fulfill your lustful, perverted desires anyway.
And some of them go to those countries, their little Social Security benefits or their unemployment benefits And they think they're high rollers in those countries because their money goes farther in those foreign countries than those people's money. And so they think they're doing big things and they think they're impressing those women. Those women are not impressed because no matter how poor they are, they can all manage to get to the internet to find out what's going on in the United States. So they know about these guys. They know about them and they're waiting for them when they get there. Just like that black guy that went all the way to Thailand for a Thai woman to call him fat and ugly. And she was fat and ugly too. And then he started talking about in my culture, a culture that he had no respect for when he was here. But then when he went over there and got embarrassed, he started talking about we don't do that in my culture. Well, they get what they deserve.
But for those of you that actually marry a woman and then try to bring her back over here, a lot of y'all don't even understand what that requires of you. Do y'all know what an I-864 form is? That's a binding contract between you and the U.S. where the fact that you bring her over here, you're saying that you're financially responsible for her. Even if y'all break up, even if y'all divorce, you're financially responsible for her 10 years plus. She's on your financials and she's on your medical benefits. A lot of y'all men don't even know this.
But I guarantee you those women know that. I guarantee you they know that once they marry one of these American men and get back to the United States, those men are responsible for them as long as they are in this country. They're on their medical insurance and who knows what else. And if he decides to marry another woman, that woman is second fiddle to that foreign woman that he married who didn't care anything about him in the first place. That's what you get for being so smart, outsmarting everybody else. And you get stuck with somebody that in the end you don't want and they don't want you.
But hey, y'all try to make these women over here in the States feel like they the worst of the worst. These women overseas have caught on. These women overseas have caught on. Now this woman, she's online trolling because a lot of passport bros upset about this. She's trolling and she's showing the mastermind mindset that some of these women overseas have because they don't want you either. Because a lot of y'all are perverted failures.
It's a mistake to think that just because somebody is poor, that they're dumb, or just because they're not an American, that they're better. So that's a lesson learned. That is a lesson going all over the world looking for somebody, people you don't know anything about. And you think that somehow because they act a certain way or they fake it for a minute, they fake the funk for a minute, then you think that you got some prize. And then you come back to the United States where you left because the people, in your opinion, you left the United States because in your opinion, the women weren't any good. But you're going to bring her back to the place where you feel like the women are no good and you think that that's going to work out in your favor? No. And now the whole idea that this woman is trolling lets you know that she had no intention of doing the right thing by this guy in the first place. I think this woman was in Kenya, and when you get a good look at her, which you can in this particular picture, it looks like she's been into skin bleaching and all of that. And so now she's over there giving him the middle finger. Now, we don't know what kind of relationship that woman had with this guy. We don't know. We don't know what he was like trying to live with because the reality is he had dismissed the whole race of women, his race of women. He had dismissed all of them and decided nobody in his race was good enough for him. So he's going to go overseas and get him a better woman. Well, we see how that turned out for him. Well, I want to thank Motivation Jason for this read because it was a good one. It was a good read. And a lot of them are going to be disappointed. Some of them are coming back in body bags. And some of them are coming back with diseases. So I know Black American men. I know the good, the bad, the indifferent, and the all right. I don't believe that Black men are any worse than any other men, and I don't believe that Black women are any worse than any other women. We have the best success with each other. That isn't to say that you can't have success with another group of people, but the majority of Black people who are successful in marriage and in relationships are successful with other Black people, Black Americans. My sister has a saying. She says, I'd rather deal with the devil I know And I feel the same way. Black American men are a good bet for Black American women. And you can run all over the world looking for somebody else. But nobody is perfect anywhere in this world. And they are not better than the people that you already know. That isn't to say that you cannot find happiness with somebody of another race or ethnicity. But you're not going to find that happiness by going all over the world putting your own people down. Now, I would plant a seed behind that. It is sad when you have to learn the hard way that the grass is not always greener on the other side of the fence. And if you're having so much trouble with millions of people, the problem might be you. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening. Know what you think about this, and check out Motivation Jason. He has some good stuff to say on his TikTok channel. He's on TikTok. All right, thanks for listening. Have a good evening.